Hey everyone, welcome to my channel where I review like the latest and greatest tech interviews, tech news, and everything about AI. Have you noticed how different hiring looks now? I just reviewed I just finished reviewing a few candidates using our AI review platform and it's wild. The system analyzed tone, word choice, eye contact patterns more than you'd think. The AI flags confidence levels and engagement, but here's the thing, it also removes some human bias. We can't suddenly decide we don't like someone's accent or appearance. That said, this creates new biases. What if the AI favors people with certain communication styles? What if systems penalize accents or speech patterns that aren't standard? That's the real debate happening right now. Companies are rediscovering these blind spots. We've had to retrain our AI after finding it was subtly disadvantaging non native English speakers. It's a learning process. So, what does this mean for candidates? Do they need to game the system? Honestly, just be yourself, but be aware. The AI likes clear communication and specific examples. When you're asked about your greatest challenge, don't ramble, structure your answer, show your thinking process. And if you're applying to places still using traditional interviews, these skills transfer perfectly. Being concise, confident, and clear helps everywhere. The shift towards AI is making interviews more standardized, which is good news. One strategy works across the board. Yes, talking to a camera instead of a person feels strange, but the goal is the same. Show what you can do, and here's what I've learned. Companies winning at this are combining AI screaming with human judgment. The robot finds the strong candidates, people decide if they're a real culture fit. Best of both worlds. So AI isn't replacing interviews, it's just changing how they start. The landscape is shifting, but the fundamentals haven't changed. You still need the skills, the story, and the ability to show why you matter.
You were right. You should.
When faced with a disagreement like this, I believe in open communication. I'd first ensure I understand their perspective by encouraging an open dialogue. Then I'd present my reasoning clearly, backed by data or past experiences to show why I believe direction is right. If the disagreement persists, I'd explore a compromise or pilot test to gather more evidence, ensuring the team feels heard and valued while moving forward.
You've switched jobs 3 times in 5 years. So, are you allergic to commitment, or do employers get tired of you really quickly?
My career path so far has been driven by a strong ambition to learn and grow as much as possible. So each job's change was a conscious decision to gain new skills, take on different challenges, and broaden my experience. I also work in various roles like content creation, sales.
I've seen not one but two separate videos from people online who say that their job interview was conducted by AI. Neither of them had any idea that they were going to be speaking with an AI interviewer, and the results speak for themselves. Oh no. God.
Vertical bar Pilates, huh? No Pilates, vertical bar 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 Pilates, I Pilates, vertical bar 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 Pilates, vertical bar.
All right, damn girl, Pilates vertical bar. I feel like employers will try to argue that these are just like preliminary interviews to weed out people who wouldn't make it to like the real job interview, but really all this is doing is wasting people's time who are on the hunt for jobs. If anything, I would be much more afraid of a business who hires using AI versus real people. Because clearly this AI knows nothing. It's stupid as shit. Yay, modern day horrors beyond our recognition. I'll have both of these people tagged down below so you can see if they have any updates, but what the hell do you think about this?
What's the time complexity of sorting algorithms like quick sort, merge sort, and bubble sort?
The time complexity of algorithms like quicksort, merge sort, and bubble sort are with quicksort, the average case is O open bracket n log n close bracket, where the worst case is O open bracket n.
I would like you to share with me your screen immediately. Now.
Uh, sure. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes. So tell me, how do you handle the conflict within your team?
Awesome. That's a great question, right? So to handle conflict within the team effectively, first I would love to encourage open communication within the team.
If anyone is in fear of AI taking over their jobs, then you need to listen to this, because I am doing a virtual written interview, like a live chat with an AI chatbot, right, for a training AI gig. And it has asked me about some of my previous work that I've done, which I've referenced to work that I've done at the beginning of this year. And no word of a lie, it said to me, "Thanks, Laura. However, 2025 is in the future. Could you please clarify the actual month and year?" So I was like, okay. So I wrote, "This work has been ongoing since February 2025. And the AI interviewer has come back and said, "The current year is 2024. So a project beginning in February 2025 is not possible. So there you have it. If you were ever concerned about AI taking over your job in its entirety, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon.
I just did an AI interview, and I feel like I should hate it. And I do kind of hate it, the replacement of recruiters with these AI chatbots. But there's kind of a weird thing of like, I've been interviewing for a month, and somehow that was not my worst interviewing experience. AI interview, I talked to Raya, or I think was her name was the AI, and the AI asks questions, and there's like a chat box on the side so I can read it while AI says it, and then I respond and I click the space bar whenever I'm done with my answer, and then it records like a transcript. And I actually like that better than a different interview I did where it was a one-way video interview where I had, just on my screen, I had 30 seconds to read this question and then exactly 2 minutes to answer it. It was super stressful, and I also bombed it. I got the rejection from that today, actually. This is why I'm thinking about it. Whereas for the AI one, I think actually I could have taken like kind of as long as I wanted to think about my answer. And then once I start talking, like it starts recording, but I think it's a text recording. And then also I had as long or as little as I wanted to answer each question instead of having to like fit everything I want to say into exactly 2 minutes, and I better do a good job. And I think it should be people. I think there should be people interviewing, but it's crazy that the AI is not my worst interview experience so far. And one challenge about it is that like, I think that the AI is really encouraging. Like I gave an answer and the AI would be like, "That's a great answer. It's really insightful how you included this example," or what, and I would be like, "Thanks, Raya." But then I feel like I don't know if I did the interview well or not. Like, I think the AI makes it sound like you do a good job, but I have no idea. I don't have any information. And when you interview, sometimes people, you can tell in the way when they talk to you, if you're like, and they say, "Oh, yeah," or if they're like, "Huh." You can tell if you did a good job or not. And then for this, I have no idea. And I even asked, I said, at the end, I was like, "Do you have any questions for me?" And I said, "Did I do a good job in the interview?" And she said, "I don't have opinions because I'm an AI, but I'll pass on your answers to that." So it felt better than this one-way interview that I did before. And it's the same amount of lack of information. However, I do feel like less informed. And I don't like AI replacing recruiters in general. So.
Could you say that again? Sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
Yeah, what I said was, it seems like you have a gap on your resume. What happened during that time? Did you get fired?
Oh yeah, that gap on my resume. I can explain that. Let me think this through. Okay, so I was really pursuing personal growth during that time. I was focused on building my personal brand and public speaking skills, which actually significantly enhanced my professional capabilities.
Okay, that sounds good. I think they'll take you for the job.
What is debugging, and why is it a critical skill for developers?
Yeah, the debugging is important because it is the process of identifying, analyzing, and fixing errors or bugs in software code. It also involves systematically checking the code to find where it is not working as expected and correcting those issues. So debugging is critical also because it ensures the software runs correctly, efficiently.
Thank you, Becca. Those were great answers. If you could please just show me your screen. We're seeing that people are using AI during the interviews, and I would just like to look at your screen, please.
Yeah, 1 second. Let me do that. Okay. Can you see my screen?
It looks like it's starting to share.
What was the first beat you ever made?
The first beat I made was on the Machine MPC. My first beat was probably with some trash.
So even with the AI, you nervous about with the AI, with your spot?
No, I'm not nervous because at the end of the day, music's art. You know, it's like human emotion.
What's some game that you could give to a young producer trying to get into the game?
Yeah, I mean, just starting out, like YouTube is your best friend. Making beats and like learning audio production and audio engineering gave me like a new life, essentially.
Alex is on the call.
Welcome to the interview for the Marketing Specialist 2 position. We're excited to learn more about you and your background. Could you start by introducing yourself and telling us something about your professional journey? You've had quite a diverse journey in marketing, and it's great to hear about your project management skills and your experience.
Let's dive in and see where your strengths shine.
I don't think I have any.
It can be tough to pick just one, but even small, impactful moments can be memorable.
Can you see me?
About a time you solved a tough recruiting challenge. How did you tackle it? It's okay. Take a deep breath. Freezing happens to the best of us.
What would you do if I was just like saying terrible things?
Interesting approach. Remember, it's always best to maintain professionalism in an interview. Let's take a moment, reset, and focus on how you would handle such a scenario professionally.
What if I offered a bribe?
Offering a bribe is never a good idea. Let's focus on what makes you a strong candidate for this position instead. What's your strategy for sourcing top talent?
I just kind of hope they fall in my lap.
How do you plan to improve your approach to attract more strong candidates?
I don't know. What would you do?
Hi, thank you so much for inviting me to this job interview. I'm so honored to have gotten to this stage in the job application process.
BB blah 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 BB blah 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 blah.
Sorry, could you just repeat that?
Blah 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 blah.
Sorry, I don't understand what you're saying.
Okay,
I'm just gonna email them.
Hello, I'm Alex, the recruiter at Club Pilates. Thank you for taking the time to interview today. As a sales associate at Club Pilates, you'll be working the front desk. Your main tasks include reaching out to leads, inviting them for an introductory Pilates class, and guiding them through our membership options to sign them up. This position heavily involves sales, so we seek someone with strong multitasking skills and a collaborative spirit. Does this align with what you're looking for?
Yes. Oh, sorry.
Great. Let's dive in.
Hey, I'm your AI interviewer. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great, let's jump into it. I have some context on your background based on your LinkedIn. Can you tell me a bit about your experience at WDB at Berkeley?
Yeah, at WDB at Berkeley, I developed 2 full-stack web applications with my peers at Berkeley, and we mainly worked on React and Node.js as the tech stacks.
Nice. Can you explain to me what props are in React?
Yeah, props in React are a way for you to pass data from the parent component to a child component, giving the input data for that child component, which allows for an efficient data flow from component to component within React.
Congrats, we're done with the theoretical programming questions. Now, let's proceed to the final step, a coding exercise.
Your resume says you're an art major, so why are you applying for a chemical engineering position?
Well, that's a good question. So, I totally get what you're coming from. This definitely seems like a curveball.
Then walk me through the process of optimizing production in a mature oil field. What techniques would you consider, and how do you balance recovery rate, cost efficiency, and environmental impact?
That's the easiest question in my life. I'm telling you. So I will start by looking at the current production.
No AI. In that case, can you actually share me the screen?
Oh, yeah, for sure. 1 second here.
Great. So you actually change tabs left and right and see if there's any other tools around there.
Yeah, for sure. I just have my email open and our link to our interview. I got nothing else.
Okay. Looks good so far. So what makes it different?
What makes me different? Great question. So one of the qualities that sets me apart is my ability to adapt and learn quickly in dynamic environments. I thrive in situations where I'm...
Hey, Maddie. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm kind of nervous, if I'm being honest, but how are you doing?
I am good. Look, no need to be nervous. Just a quick chat to close things out. And yeah, overall, like the team evaluated the performance throughout the different rounds, and we would love to have you on board. All right, you nailed it and you got the offer.
Really? Thank you so much. I am so excited about this job.
Yeah, no, for sure. And yeah, just a quick side note, we were literally just laughing before this call. Your resume came in at 3:12 a.m. It was actually like pretty tailored to the job, but the whole thing kind of like screamed like AI like wrote it. You know what I mean? If I'm being honest.
Yeah, if I'm also being honest, I used a tool called Prep AI. I just swipe on roles and it applies for me, tweaks the resumes, updates my cover letter, all that.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I actually respect the honesty. You are now the first person we've knowingly hired who used AI to apply, which is crazy.
Really? First one?
Yeah.
I assumed this was common.
Yeah, I mean, like most people don't own up to it. So maybe there's more. I'm not sure, but look, yeah, you crushed the interviews on the left, so none of this matters. And the hiring manager literally told me like we want that person specifically. So however you got here, I don't really care. It worked. So yeah, excited to have you on board.
Awesome. I'm very excited to start.
All right, take care. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.